3 men were given life sentences on Thursday for the 2018 killing of rap star XXXTentacion, who was shot outside of a South Florida motorcycle shop whilst being robbed of $50,000. Michael Boatwright, 28 years of age, Dedrick Williams, 26, and Trayvon Newsom, 24 years of age, were each convicted last month of first-degree murder and armed robbery by a jury following 8 days of deliberations. Prosecutors had not sought the death penalty, so life in prison was the only sentence that the Broward County Circuit Judge could impose for the first-degree murder convictions. During the month-long trial, prosecutors linked Boatwright, Williams, and Newsom to the June 18, 2018 shooting outside Riva Motorsports in suburban Fort Lauderdale through extensive surveillance video taken inside and outside the store, plus cell phone videos that the men took showing themselves flashing fistfuls of $100 bills hours after the slaying. Prosecutors also had the testimony of a fourth man, Robert Allen, a former friend of the defendants, who said that he participated in the robbery. He pleaded guilty last year to second-degree murder. His sentence was delayed until the conclusion of the other 3 defendants' trial. Robert Allen's sentence could be as little as time served, meaning he could get an effective complete pass, released immediately, or he could be sentenced to life in jail, depending partly on how much weight prosecutors give to his assistance. Defense attorneys accused Robert Allen, who admitted to his involvement in the robbery. Defense attorneys accused him of being a liar who was motivated by his desire to avoid a life sentence. They also said prosecutors and detectives did a poor job of the investigation and didn't look at other possible suspects, including the Canadian rap star Drake, who had feuded with XXXTentacion online. XXXTentacion, whose real name was Yaseh Onfroy, had just left Riva Motorsports with a friend when an SUV swerved in front of him and blocked his BMW. Surveillance video showed 2 masked gunmen emerging and confronting the 20-year-old singer at the driver's window, with one shooting him repeatedly. They then grabbed a Louis Vuitton bag containing cash and then sped away. The rapper's friend was not harmed. Gonna give a short commentary. I was listening to XXX at this time. I had some online friends who were big fans of XXX, and it kind of touched me. It touched me seeing how affected my friends were in regards to his murder. They were genuinely affected. He had a lot of fans. He was very popular. A prominent SoundCloud music artist, I think is accurate. Somewhat controversial. Not an angel. I think he attacked his girlfriend. I think there was a physical abuse charge. I may have that wrong. But it is a tragedy. There was footage which I did see. I can still visualize it, of XXX in his BMW dying. If I recall, I think he was still alive. I think there was some indications that he was still alive and he was being videoed by perhaps a passerby. It is terrible, 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 and it is a real shame. There's a level of, I'm gonna say stupidity. There's a level of stupidity that was involved. XXX, a multi-millionaire, I believe, a leading rap star at the time, making a lot of money as far as I understand. I listen to a lot of rap music. The impression given, which isn't necessarily 100% accurate, but the impression given is these guys make a lot of money, perhaps primarily by doing club concerts, which they can do multiple times a week and get paid racks. XXX was a stadium performer, and he had released a couple of albums, I believe, that were very popular, sold well, I believe. So he was a multi-millionaire, I'm quite sure. And he was walking around with a Louis Vuitton bag worth perhaps $20, $30, $40,000, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, stuffed with cash, driving a very expensive BMW, I believe the electric BMW sports car, with no security, acting very, very foolish. And it wasn't that much after that Pop Smoke, another rapper, was also shot and killed. I'm not sure of the year. It feels like it was not that long after. Robbed. Tekashi 6ix9ine was kidnapped and robbed. You've got all of these rappers dying for various reasons, but one of them is due to robberies. It's such a shame. So I'm glad that these guys have been convicted and given a sentence of life in prison. This fourth person who acted as a snitch, as a rat who informed on his fellow criminals, I don't begrudge lenient sentencing for him. For whatever reason, I just don't begrudge it. He has helped with the conviction of the others. I kind of feel that if he gets a pass, I'm cool with that. I don't know, maybe that's a bad way to think about things. The defense complaining about this, that, and and the other seems a little bit ridiculous to me. There are rumors that Drake called for the murder of XXXTentacion, but it's quite ludicrous. I've not looked into that subject, but it's quite ludicrous. Drake is literally the #1 music artist on the planet. He doesn't need to go about murdering anyone. He doesn't need to do that. It's a ludicrous notion, fantasy. So I guess that's all I've got to say. Just wanted to cover this topic because it's in regards to XXX, and it is a loss. If you have the opportunity to listen to his music, I do recommend it. Just go onto YouTube. There's a couple of tracks in particular that I'm fond of. I think Sad, the names, I think it's Sad, and Moonlight. I've not listened to it for a while, but yeah. So I'll wrap things up at this point. If you guys appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit, and take care.